I'm having my one.
A long time ago in a podcast far, far. No, wait, not that one. Podcasts, the final frontier. No. They've podcasted everything from Square Pigs to Anti Gravity Beer, but now they've got a podcast of real trouble. As you can see, I've been struggling what to do for an introduction. I was actually going to write and perform a song to the new lyrics of the 1973 Motown classic Keep On Truckin', but I don't think anyone would like that introduction. Instead, meet the most spaced out crew in the podverse. I'm Paul, and I'm joined on this episode by Tom,
Hello.
Reese,
Hey,
and Seb.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the I'm Having My One Board Games podcast. There we go.
What was the last one? I didn't get the last one.
Space Truckers.
Space Truckers.
Space
Galaxy Truck.
The game we're going to play.
No. On the last. Okay, it doesn't matter.
They've podcasted everything from Square Pigs to Anti Gravity Beer.
Yeah.
Is the film Space Truckers.
Oh, I see. I haven't seen that.
And then you clearly, the most spaced out crew in the podverse is Firefly.
Oh, so good.
Uh,
Loved Firefly.
that's a series you should be watching on the
I
list.
haven't watched
started-
that since university.
I've started watching it again.
I might start watching it
Does
again.
it hold
actually.
up?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, some of the CGI doesn't, but actually there's not
Right.
masses of it because it's models and other stuff at times, isn't it?
Mm.
It's only a model.
It's only a model, but yeah, really good. We have just been playing Galaxy Trucker 2nd Edition, a wildly chaotic and hilarious board game where players compete to become the wealthiest space trucker by building the most bizarrely functional spaceships in real time. You'll race against the clock and your opponents to grab components from the central pile, connect them to your ship, and then embark on a treacherous journey through space. The goal is simple: deliver cargo, survive meteors, pirates, and smugglers, all while trying not to let your beautiful ship fall apart. And I managed to do that intro without referencing Mother Truckers once. So, boys, how did we find Galaxy Trucker? It's something I've wanted to play for ages and have only recently picked up, and I'm kind of addicted to it. So, yeah, what did we think?
I really enjoyed it. We had a little game at the very end of OneCon, right? Which I think we might have spoken about last episode.
The most tired game of Galaxy Trucker
Yeah.
that has ever been played.
What are we doing again? Yeah. When I didn't really understand what we were doing. But when we played it again, we played the full 3 rounds of it.
Yep.
I thought it was brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it. I think there's a huge amount of goodness in the just that first section of it, and I think I've enjoyed actually that bit more in the past when we have played it. But actually, it was great to do the whole thing. I think maybe I understood a bit more what was going on overall this time. But just the building the ships, I'm quite happy to just play a game that's about building the ships. I think you
Yeah.
just go in, you can take your little segments and that kind of race of oh god, someone's finished already. I've got too many exposed bits of my spaceship, or not enough batteries, or whatever, and just finding a gun that's facing the right way. All of that stuff is brilliant. It's really, really good by itself. And because it's one of those things that I think we all do this, is that you become, when you're looking for those kind of things, it's just a big pile that eventually gets turned over of these tiles. And you just, you're laughing at a big pile there.
I am now.
Yeah, okay. That you become quite focused on the ones that are just in front of you, and probably the one that you need is just over there, but you sometimes can't see for looking right, and you're looking
Yeah.
all over the place. Just need that battery, or just need that cabin for the crew, or whatever it is that you're looking for, and you can't see it for the life of you. Yeah, it's brilliant. That bit alone, I really, really, really enjoy.
And it's so satisfying when you find that perfect piece to fill that one space that has all the right connectors and the right spec. And you know, that last piece almost where you've just got one piece left to fit on your ship before it's finished. And then doesn't matter what it is, as long as it fits. And you
It's
just
just
shove it in there.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
I love the
Yeah,
kind of the chaos of the ships that you build as well. That nobody would actually ever design a spaceship like this, where it's got these weird offshoots of things that are not connected to each other at all, apart from one little spindly thing right at the base that
I mean,
that makes it all go.
I
So
had that on the first ship, right? I had the whole right hand side of my ship just fell off before we because I'd got a connector wrong, and I had to take one piece out, and then they were all connected in this kind of long snake, and so I just lost half the ship. I love it. It's just so silly and so funny. But kind of still has a more serious element to it. In kind of surviving and trying to win and get round first, and yeah, really good fun.
so
Yeah,
so
the
we talked a lot
chaotic.
about the connectors. So Seb, explain like why they're important, how they work, and kind of how they're vital for holding your ship together.
Well, you've got to join each tile that you pick out, so that the pipe work that's coming off of each tile has to marry up to the next one. So it's very easy to mess this up, and to get wrong connections. And if that is later discovered when your ship is being checked, that part of your ship that's connected to the bad connection is removed from the board, which doesn't contribute to having the prettiest ship, which is also a prize, which
Sure.
I don't think any of us should have been awarded.
I want it. I want it every round. I have.
Yeah, you
How dare you? How dare you?
super efficient ships.
It is kind of Carcassonne space, isn't it? The spaceship version of Carcassonne. You've got to connect the roads to the roads and the fields to the fields and the castles to the castles.
But in
Um,
that, you've got time, don't you? I've not actually played Carcassonne.
what?
I know it's been one of those games that sat on the shelf. It's
Can't.
never been played.
Oh, hang on, right. Let's stop the podcast.
Have a
We're
quick
going to
game
go
of
and have a game of
Carcassonne
Carcassonne, and we'll
and
be
then
back.
resume.
Yeah.
But
So, Seb, how did
is
you
it like?
find Carcassonne?
Do you have
Just
to
like Galaxy Trucker.
in Carcassonne? Do you have to? Is there like random pick with the tile? Like everyone's
Kinda.
picking at the same time?
You pick
No.
from a pile. You pick one tile from a pile and you take it in turns and go around.
Oh, right.
you're
So
not-
it's still turn based.
And you're building a collective map rather
Right.
than just building your own ship. Because in this game you've got a ship kind of template with the squares kind of for you to lay your tiles out in a certain kind of pattern, a ship pattern. And yeah, you've got to lay all your tiles in there, make sure all the connectors are together, and I guess importantly also make sure that your ship has some critical pieces in there that are going to help you get around the galaxy.
Yes, so you need engines, and they've got to be at the back of your ship because that is what makes it go forwards. If you put them at the front of the ship, they will blast the rest of your ship off.
Yeah,
So they don't work. You need to have crew. You need to have guns, yes. Something, especially in that round 3, I was really lacking and really suffered for. You need to have cargo bays, and also you need to have shields and batteries. So there's a lot of stuff you've got to kind of factor into placing on your ship.
And Jeffrey's tubes.
And
They're
Jeffrey's,
essential.
yeah, definitely need the Jeffrey's tubes. And the thing is, you don't really know what cards are going to come up on the flight. So some cards, you just want a really solid ship and just weather the storm and get through. But on others, you want loads of cargo bays. But on others, you need loads of guns. And I can never seem to get the right things for the right flights.
Well, it's a nice thing. Maybe it's the standard which we've played in the games that we played, but it's quite difficult to, maybe because of the way which our brains focus as well, to build something that's balanced and the tiles in front of you. So we often in the games that we were playing had somebody who had loads of guns and no engines, or loads of engines and no guns, and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right?
yeah,
So that adds to the fun of it as well.
yeah, yeah. And actually, there's such good pros to having loads of engines because it means you can blast yourself forward and get ahead of the pack. But if you don't have the guns once you're at the front of the pack, then you can't fight off the pirates, and you get absolutely annihilated by pirates. So Yeah,
So
it's
there are
great.
benefits of being in the front because you get first choice for raiding abandoned ships or visiting planets for cargo. So all of that is great, but you're right. If you get attacked and you do not have the gunpowder, I think in that last game, the last 4 or 5 cards, the last round we played, I was so far out in front, and I was just getting every single card just getting blasted, and more bits falling off my ship.
And then I think Seb was at the back. We were all getting blasted. Seb was at the back with all the guns and no
Pulled up, yeah,
engines.
like
And
We were both like that. Both of us were sitting in the back.
We were just
all these
the
guns.
turtles.
We're just waiting. Wait, they'll get to us eventually. They'll get to us
and
eventually.
like we were just getting absolutely shot to pieces.
Yeah.
Our spaceships basically kind of limped home with half of the ship missing.
You two were
Um,
just like the two hares, and me and Tom were like bazooka tortoises.
Yeah, you really
Well,
were.
so on that last round, I get a quick aside on it is that it's another thing that I really like is that as you're playing over those 3 rounds, it kind of sets you up to be able to, as you're learning the game a bit as you're going, you start with a small ship to build and it's a bit bigger and it's a much bigger one for that last round. But I completely undervalued the engines, and so on the last one I had this huge ship with all these guns pointing at, and just three little engines, not even battery powered engines or anything, just three of the standard engines, putt engines at the back. But yeah, great, really enjoyed that. Even though I think I came last. Oh no, I didn't come last. Who came last? Yeah, was it you, Paul?
whose idea was it to play this game?
Well, but that's the polite
Got-
way of doing it, right? If
He
you're
got
introducing
absolutely
someone,
smashed.
yeah,
by
introduce
pirates.
someone to a game, you can't win it, can you?
I think. I mean, we've got the scores somewhere.
Blackbeard definitely had his wicked way with you.
So it's worth noting that finishing first earns you credits, unloading cargo, fighting off pirates can earn you credits. There's loads of way, and essentially credits are just victory points. So at the end of the game, whoever's got the most points, as in the most cash, they're victory points and they win. So yeah, I think it's a good way of working it. What's nice about this game is there's no catch-up mechanic, but because you're starting each round from scratch, you just need to have someone have a good round or a bad round, and it completely sways the game.
Mm.
And there's a chance element as well, right? So when the asteroids are coming and that sort of thing, it is a roll of the dice, which can impact players obviously at complete random
Yeah.
in how that's going to mess up their ship.
I guess there is a kind of catch-up mechanic in that if you're missing half of your ship because it's been blown to pieces, a lot of the shots are going to miss your ship because it's much smaller.
Yeah, I guess you got a point with that.
Streamlined, yeah.
I remember the first time we played after OneCon, and Tom had this kind of, I would call it more a space rocket. It was quite
Imagine a pencil.
imagine a pencil, if you will. And he was just avoiding everything. There was hardly anything to hit.
But also didn't get very much of a score.
No.
No, that's
I
true.
remember.
That's true.
So
That's
talking
true.
of scores, in the game we played, Reese absolutely stormed home with 61 points.
Come
And
on.
then second and third was very close with 54 and 53 points for Seb and Tom, respectively. And that's all that matters. I got 37 points, which
You got a lot of penalties. I think that was it, right?
huge amount of penalty. Like I was feeling after round 2 quietly confident, and then halfway through round 3, not very confident at all.
Yeah. I remember thinking, "Oh, me and Tom, we're way out of this."
Yeah.
And
I
then I saw
thought,
you. I saw the two of you just getting absolutely smashed by the pirates. And I thought, we might actually be creeping our way back into this.
Exactly what I thought as well.
So
I thought,
that's the other thing.
A couple more cards being played, and I think me and Tom might have been in there.
Might have been all right. But if you lose parts of your ship, or in the building phase, you're allowed to put a couple of pieces just on your board so no one can take them, then at the end, whatever you've got on your board that's not attached to your ship is also negative points. So you can really suffer for losing parts of your ship because you're penalized for it.
And the version we played was it had a limit on that, right? It was up to
Yeah.
a maximum of like -10, I think, on the first. And did it go down?
No, it went up.
Did it go up
Yeah.
as we played? Because on the first one where I lost half my ship immediately before even leaving the space hangar, I had I think I had 13 or 14 pieces, and they were only little ships. We probably only had about 20 pieces in the ships. So no, it's yeah.
So when you're building, I think let's dial into how you actually kind of assemble your ship, because as Tom said earlier on, that's the fun part of the game, right? Is the building it and looking over and being like, oh, they're nearly done, and having a slight panic. So a timer is flipped, and you can build for as long as you like. As long as no one touches that timer, even if it runs out, you can just keep building and you can just keep adding stuff to your ship. You do that by, you're allowed to take from the face down pile in the middle, but only with one hand, no two-hand grabbing. One hand. And as you bring it back, you can look at it and you can choose to add it to your ship or the spare area in your board, or you have to put it face up in the pile for other. So you think, oh, that's a really good piece. I'd like to have that later. And then suddenly someone's coming in. Tom, you were really good, especially in the last 2 rounds of just as I was going to get a piece, being like, no, I'll have that. Thank you.
Wipe.
There's a lot of merit to that as a tactic though, because if you're playing with 4 people and you can only look at one at a time, whereas there's 3 others who are turning over tiles, they're doing the turning for you, so you just spy on what they're doing, don't you?
And have
nice.
Was this your tactic? Is this what you were doing?
I started doing a bit of that. Obviously, I was learning from Tom because he's, the uber cheater.
What? Courageous.
Offended. Shots fired.
We did have a lot of ones when we were doing this, so I don't. We were being fairly true to our raison d'etre, but we did have a lot of ones around the. I picked up the wrong tile at the end, or that doesn't quite work, and that kind of thing. Do you think we shouldn't have done that? Did we sort of slightly miss the spirit of the game a bit? That part of the fun is when half of your spaceship falls off because you put a pipe in the wrong place.
Oh, I don't know.
I think if we played it again, then we should probably be a little bit harsher with that. But
yeah, so
I think it was only our second time Tom playing. Then maybe not.
I've played this, I don't know, 8-10 times since I picked it up at the UKGE, and I think there is merit in kind of having that repetition. And so, as you say, in the spirit of the one, in the spirit of having fun in the game,
yeah,
it's fine, because the one thing I would say about this game, and I think we all take the attitude that we don't play games to win, but it is nice to win. But this game, 100% is not about winning.
Yeah,
no, it is all about the laughs, isn't it? It is a funny game.
Yeah, it's this is definitely a whoever has the most fun wins. And sometimes you can be the one with everything falling off your ship and still be having the most fun. Well, there's those points where maybe like a meteor or a shot is coming at you, and you're fine as long as no one rolls a 4, for example. And guess what number's coming up, right?
Number 4 gets rolled.
It's got a bit of like the Ankh Morpork Discworld chaos to it, and that like you cannot predict what is going to happen in the next 30-40 seconds, because you might be thinking, yes, I'm sitting pretty here, and then it all just falls apart for you, and then all of a sudden you're rebuilding again, you think you're back in the frame, and it's such a roller coaster of like chaos and amusement. It's you're not you're not trying to build a strategy here. It's just having a laugh, isn't it? It's loads of fun.
think so, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely that
Yeah.
sort of game. It's a fairly light-hearted, fairly straightforward game to play.
And I mean, you can get a couple of expansions for this, but I know it comes with, you've got your human crew, but then you can also get the alien crew if you've got the hibernation. What are they called?
You've
The
got
little,
the pink aliens and the brown aliens. Pink aliens give you a +2 to your combat value, and brown aliens give you a +2 to your ship's sailing. What we talk engine power.
Rust.
engine power.
Thrust.
Thrust.
Maximum thrust. Yeah.
The brown thrust.
But you can get some other aliens with an expansion, I think. I
With
can't
it,
remember
with
what.
expansions, there's other aliens, there's other bits for your ship.
Are the
Yeah.
pink and brown aliens an expansion then? Or
No,
is that
No.
that's part of the game.
Base game.
Yeah, base game. There's a lot in the base game, and the other thing is we played where you score for who finishes first to fourth, and then you score for who has the prettiest ship. Now, the prettiest ship is just with the least exposed pipework. But you can play it where you pick some other categories. So it comes with tokens in the game box of
Right.
end game scoring bonuses,
Hmm.
which you get, but if you can get it for the next flight as well, you get a bigger bonus. So it benefits you for doing that. But it's just another, like for our first game, I felt it's just another layer of something to think about that actually isn't it's not necessary to play the game and to enjoy it.
Yep.
So I've looked at this before, and I've same as you, Paul. I mean, I wanted to get it for ages, and I still haven't. I will at some point, but I've got I think you have as well, Paul. You mentioned it, the app that you can get on your phone,
Yeah.
which is like a campaign app of you building spaceships and delivering goods around the galaxy, and so good, so
It
much
is,
fun.
if you don't have that, and it's £3 or £4 on the App Store, which
Oh, they've done a really good job. I was really impressed
Yeah.
because I was like, how is this going to work? Because it must be, I would expect it would be a bit boring if it was just a game that you just kind of played, but they've made a bit of a story out of it, and it's a bit of a campaign kind of game. So it's
How much time do you think it adds to your time sitting on the toilet playing that game?
oh, easily 3 or 4 hours.
depends on how many flights you want to do.
I was asking you before the record of what you're doing on your commute. This is what you're doing on your commute.
Yeah.
Sitting on the
Well,
toilet on the train playing.
I haven't played it for a little while. Probably haven't played it for about 6 or 7 months now. But I had a period of time where it was just
Did you get piles? Is that why?
yeah. I had to stop. I had to stop.
Doctor told me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Well,
Good.
yeah. Is that a health warning? Don't buy the app who gives you piles. Am I allowed to say that?
They could give you.
It's on the NHS website, I'm sure.
10 minutes only. That's what they recommend.
One of the symptoms.
One of the Simpsons Galaxy Tracker app.
Galaxy Trucker app.
Call 111 if you manage to complete the game.
Yeah. Artwork. What do we reckon?
I like it.
Cartoony. It's fine. Suits it really. I think it's a fun game, as we were saying before, and it's I think the artwork's been well chosen for that. It's got I think sort of 90s cartoon vibe to it. I think.
It does. And everything's kind of color coded as well. So, like your shields and then your guns and rockets that require extra power all have green on them.
Mm.
So it identifies, right, I need to get some power for that because it is green. So it's not like, oh, is this a powered item? Has it got green on it? Yes or no? The little spaceship men, they're quite cute.
Yeah. Yeah. And you got the little spaceships as well, right? Your little plastic
The little plastic
spaceships that
spaceships.
look like just big sails, big noses pointing into you.
The batteries, I think, are a little too small.
They are a bit
Quite
fiddly,
fiddly.
yeah, they do suffer a little bit from being knocked, and
You
You
at
know.
least don't have to pick them up at speed. I'd say they would need to be picked
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it's
You
not
had
a
to
race
like
to get them.
speed grab them as well.
It's true.
Just need to include a pair of tweezers. I just recently played Tinder Blocks for the first time, and they
How
give you
did you find that?
little set of tweezers
Oh,
to pick the stuff up. It was actually we were absolutely steady hand McGee when we were playing it. We didn't knock it over until the very, very last one.
I've never
So,
got past like card 3.
oh, really?
Tinder Blocks is a great dexterity
It's a
game.
good, fun little.
Do you prefer it to the fuzzies? Because I know that's a popular one for you.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because the fuzzies they just get a little bit covered in fluff and then they don't stick to each other very well. After it's fallen on the floor a few times. Yeah.
children have slobbered on it a bit.
Yeah.
Well, somebody did play it and dropped. I wasn't around, otherwise I wouldn't have approved this message. But someone did play it and drop the fuzzy into their bowl of cereal in the morning. So one of them got covered in milk. So
Ah.
Oh, that's going to get funky.
That one needs to get retired, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, sorry. Back to Galaxy Trucker. Dexterity games aside, isn't this podcast good? Because we do a little review of a game, and then you get a little bonus review of a game that we weren't even planning on talking
a
about.
little side waffle around something else.
Some
I love a
side
side waffle. A side waffle. I could do with a side of waffles.
Ooh, yeah.
Carry
Sounds
on.
like a bad internet search.
And do
So
we review games? I don't know. Review sounds like that's a thought out process. I think we just we do a game chat.
Witter.
main waffle and side waffle.
Yeah.
Side waffle. This
We're
is
now
my
in the
name.
side waffle section.
Yeah.
Welcome to the side waffle.
So who do you reckon you could get to play Galaxy Trucker?
I'm having my waffle. Uh,
I think this
Well-
is for anyone. I
Yeah.
mean,
I did wonder if you're playing it. I mean, you've played it. I was going to say, how is it playing this with kids? But you've essentially taught me and Seb how to do this, not knowing what we were doing, right? So it's two inexperienced people not knowing what we were playing.
It's like that. Was it Coco, the signing gorilla?
What's 1, 2, 3? I said really going off the rails now.
Yeah, no, I think I've taught it to Elijah, he's just turned 11, but was 10 at the time, and he picked it up fine.
Well, I was wondering about this question earlier, but I think you kind of answered it in the wands thing, is that you probably just with more junior people playing it, give them more wands to adjust their ship afterwards. As long as there's still a bit of stuff in the middle, there's things that they can play around with. And that's why I say you were basically doing that in this game, Paul, where you let us two particularly have a few wands. But yeah, I think it's good for anybody. I guess somebody might find the first bit a bit stressful, perhaps, when you're competing and trying to get the best pieces. But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
it's
Sorry, I
true.
didn't actually
Yeah.
say, I didn't quite finish off.
Oh, sorry.
Funnily
You're
enough, I
interrupted by a
ended up
side
on
waffle.
a tangent. Well, this is probably like 20 minutes ago now. You're playing against the timer, and then when the timer runs out, you keep going. Do you remember the timer bit from
Yeah,
4
we were
hours?
talking about that like a long time ago.
And then someone, as soon as they're comfortable finishing, they then flip the timer, and then you've got around 90 seconds to
Finish building.
finish your building. And in a way, that is so stressful when you get to that
Ah.
like 30 seconds, like all kind of brain rationality just goes out the window. You're like, just throw in whatever.
Whatever's
got
going to fit.
You just got the
Sideways
countdown.
engines. Yeah.
It's got countdown music going on in your head. So much pressure.
I mean, you can adjust this though for younger age group. You could just get rid of the timers completely
No,
and just
they need
and
to
just
learn.
They take too long to do stuff most of the time anyway, right? So if you
I
put a
mean,
few more
it's
timers in their life.
Yeah, stop
true.
faffing.
It's true.
I
How
think
does it take 5 minutes to put your shoes on?
well, I was about to say that was going to be my exact one. We need the countdown clock for getting out of the door in the morning. Put your shoes on.
Just ignore it.
Put your shoes on.
Because
Shoes.
it's a common experience. That's what I always sort of go back to. We're all having the same thing. It happens to everybody. Everyone's kids are a pain in the bum.
So it's worth saying you can pick up Galaxy Trucker for £34 from Chaos Cards, who sponsor this episode. Check in the description for some little bonus codes for some money off your shopping. If you are catching this just before Christmas, a bit of a last minute deal, or if you're catching this after Christmas, I've got no money because I spent it all at Christmas, but really want that board game that no one bought me, a little bit of a discount for you.
You got that money from your granny. Now
Yeah.
you know where to spend it.
So let's move on to the scores. Tom, I managed to log myself out of the spreadsheet. Would you mind
Yes.
putting the numbers in for us? Seamless. Look behind the scenes, how professional we are. I
It's
clicked on it.
definitely happening very quickly because I've opened up the wrong
Yeah,
browser.
we don't need to. Who waffles? Oh, I was going to say, Tom, you waffle a lot on game scores, but you're too busy trying to get on the thing.
Yeah.
Seb,
Ask Seb and just make it a long intro to your score, Seb.
Seb, you've not waffled in a while. What score would you give Galaxy Trucker?
I say this is quite a tricky one to score, I think, because it's really it's hard to compare it to any other game because I don't think I've played a game like this before. So it's quite difficult to like categorize it in like, oh, this is this type of strategy game or this is that type of game. I think it sits in its own little space, which I think makes it great because when you approach a new type of game, sometimes that can be quite difficult. And this really quickly opens its arms to you and gets you giggling and you're interacting and you're having a good time straight away. So I think based on that, I would probably give it an 8.5.
8.5. Fantastic.
Oh,
A
it's a
good
high
score.
score.
Good. It's a great party game for
Yeah.
12 people.
We
Yeah.
talk about beer and pretzel, and it's the ideal beer and pretzel games because you can only use one hand to pick up the pieces anyway.
One for a piece, other for beer.
Yeah. If you've only
Face and
got
the
four
pretzels.
mates, it's a good party game. Or three mates.
Is there any four that it plays up to? I
Yes.
thought it.
Yeah.
Okay.
4, yes. Yeah. 4.
4, is it?
I'm going to keep saying 4.
Yeah, it's probably 4.
I reckon it's 4. This is quickly going on Board Game Geek.
So our level of research and professionalism.
Preparation.
Really.
Well, it's all right
for
because
this.
I've just gone on Board Game Geek and then typed in the search bar for the game Board Game Geek. So
Nice.
The amount of times I do that, I just feel so old when I'm doing it. It's like Googling Google, isn't it?
it plays up to 4. That's spot on.
Nice.
Good.
Reese, what would you rate this game?
Oh, it's so fun. It's silly. It's you get to build a ship. I mean that's got to be that's just the best part of the whole game is building the ship. But the round itself is just really fun as well, especially if somebody gets half their ship blown to pieces, or if somebody's accidentally only installed one engine and that's facing sideways. There are so many funny moments in this game. It's great, really love it, and I don't know if I'd score it quite as high as Seb, because I don't know, it's not quite meaty enough. You're not going to play it over and over and over and over again, but for those moments where you want something quick and funny and silly, it's great. So I'm going to give it an 8.
8, great score.
But I disagree there, Reese, in that you can play this game over and over again. You know how you get like those games which are used for like increasing your brain power, where you've got to like rapidly do things. That it's a bit like that, I think, in that like it's almost like brain training, and like that is quite addictive.
I think
I
I'm
mean,
going to have to
I-
disagree with you there, Seb, because round one I was great. Round two, and round three,
Yeah, you'd expect to see progression, wouldn't you?
if anything, it's regressive training.
Anyone else got any disagreements?
Tom,
Well, I really enjoyed this, and I actually enjoyed it much more than I remembered from playing it years and years and years ago. When Reese, you talked it to us in the middle of lockdown, I think, on TTS, and I thought, yeah, this is fun. You know, it's a good bit of fun. But probably didn't really understand what I was doing, much like when we had a little go at the end of WonderCon. But this time, really enjoyed it. I thought all parts of it were really fun, and I'm going to agree with Seb. I think it's an 8.5. I think that it just has a lot of funny moments. There's no real kind of downer moments in it at all, where you feel bad for what's happened to your once you know what you're doing a little bit anyway. It doesn't matter because it's just funny, and even somebody who's in the lead can be just messed up by what happens. So it doesn't, you don't feel too bad, or I didn't feel too bad the fact that I was near the back. And like you said, I thought, oh, well, actually, enough crap is happening to those guys in the front that I could come through here. So it kind of levels it out in a nice way. So yeah, I'm 8.5 on this one as well. It was a really enjoyable game and just full of funny moments.
I think there is something about that where everyone's taking their turn at the same time. Much
Sure.
like the sort of, I mean, much more stressful chaos, but like Captain
Yeah.
Sonar or something like that. When lots is going on, I think, you know, it maybe for me especially highlights my inadequacies for being able to cope and focus on stuff. But is just so funny. And how many games do we play that we really like, but you seem to be taking ages for you.
Sure.
You seem to have a really quick turn, and then it's like 10 minutes before you get to do anything again. Whereas there is no downtime
No.
in this game apart from if you've finished your ship and someone else hasn't. And I don't consider that downtime because there is a timer counting on them and you can laugh at their stress levels.
Smug time, isn't it?
Yeah, although I think there was one where in round two where I'd finished, I'd flipped the timer, I sat there feeling really smug, and I'd looked down, just had a hole in my ship that I could have quite easily filled. I had more than enough time. I was so like, oh, I'm gonna get these guys. But yes, so I think again for me, I'm going to agree with Seb. After disagreeing with him earlier, I'm going to agree with you now. 8.5. I think it's fantastic, which gives us an overall podcast score of
8.38.
fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like I should change my score to 8.5 just so we've all given it exactly the same. But I won't.
No,
bring us down.
Be
Reece.
different. Be different.
That's
No,
got to be
keep it at 8.
that's got to be a top 5, top 10 score in the pod reviews.
Well. I guess we may have a look at that sort of thing for the year next time out, right? Oh, exciting trail.
Sorry, that might be content.
Oh no.
Don't ruin the festive analytics.
I mean, who doesn't love a few
Nobody, Tom.
stats at Christmas?
Nobody.
Thank you all for listening.
Sorry.
I'm having my one podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you've listened.
And we'll see you on Boxing Day. Goodbye.
Hey,
Bye.
bye.
I'm having my one. During the war, when board games were illegal, my grandfather was arrested for being a Yahtzee sympathizer.
I like that.
Yahtzees.
Sorry, it's not even that good a game.
I don't know. I quite like
Can't
Yahtzee.
remember.
We
We
should
might
do
do
that
it.
for an episode.
You get to shout Yahtzee, don't you? Isn't it?
Yeah, if you get it's the dice one, right? Where you
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think so.
Yeah.
have
roll
to
the dice
tick
to get.
off.
I never get Yahtzee, so I never
You have to get like 5 of the same dice for Yahtzee, isn't it?
Dice bingo or something. Yeah. Can't remember.
It's like you get poker hands, but in dice version.
Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
kind of.
okay.
You get
Yeah.
like straights, full house, 4 of a
It's the
kind.
sort of game I used to play a lot as a
5
kid.
of a kind
but
is Yahtzee.
That and Boggle.
I feel I've taken us on a tangent here. I was at Boggle.
Are we reviewing Yahtzee?
Are we recording yet?
I hope not.
So I give it a good solid 6 Yahtzee.
Is that a dice joke?
Yep, good.
Yeah.
Glad we got 5 minutes of Yahtzee material out of a rubbish joke.